Excelling in anything needs a level of intelligence, and the NFL surely isn't a break from the norm. The NFL is home to players that have been to and through college and know how to think on their feet. But in this league, characterized by several intelligent moments, some moments clearly stand out. From Coach Bill Belichick's purposeful delay of game penalty,
took an intentional... Look at Belichick. He can't even hold it back. So they took an intentional delay.
To the LeSean McCoy hook and ladder play. These are the NFL 1000 IQ moments. The Week 16 game between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers in the 2012 NFL season will be remembered for its crazy final score. The Titans lost 55-7. But that wasn't the special thing about this game. What the Packers wide receiver Randall Cobb did was...
That's a brilliant play by Cobb. By standing out of bounds, he took the kickoff out of bounds.
At the beginning of the third quarter, Cobb took advantage of a bizarre NFL rule to give the Packers great field position. The wide receiver's move seemed like he broke an NFL rule, but it was really a smart play made by a player with a good understanding of the rules governing the NFL. The Titans kicker Rob Baronis kicked off to start the second half. The ball rolled inside the 5-yard line, which would be great field position for the Titans defense to come on. However, because the ball rolled so close to the sideline, Randall Cobb saw an opportunity to take advantage of a poorly written rule. Most people know that if the ball goes out of bounds on a kickoff, it's a penalty on the kicking team, and the receiving team gets the ball on the 40-yard line. What most people don't know is if the player himself goes out of bounds and is able to touch the ball while being out of bounds, it's also a penalty on the kicking team, and the ball is placed at the 40-yard line.
A lot of people don't know the rules. Randall Cobb knew the rule. This is a little quirk in the rules. Watch him. He's going to step out of bounds first. That puts the ball out of bounds. That's a penalty, and they'll bring it up to the 40.
Cobb's high IQ play was out of this world, but this next smart play takes things to a whole new level. It was as though the players involved could read each other's minds. The fourth quarter of a Week 4 game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions in the 2019 NFL season is one that quarterback Patrick Mahomes might never forget. And it doesn't seem like he's the only one that will always remember this game. Most fans will.
Hey, first off, like I said, I want to thank God, man. He healed my body this week.
In this game, tight end Travis Kelce did the unimaginable. But before he shocked the league, Mahomes knew something special was about to happen because he saw a look in Kelce's eyes. This moment, which occurred on the first play of the fourth quarter, had Kelce written all over it. But it actually started with Mahomes, who threw a jump pass to Kelce. The tight end secured the ball, but had the Lions safety Tracy Walker all over him. He knew he couldn't do much if he held onto the ball, so he decided to pitch it. Of course, this doesn't seem like a break from the norm.
In trouble, throws back across his body. Oh, and a flip to McCoy from Kelce. Look at this. McCoy in the open field. That was sick.
However, the manner in which he lateraled the ball is one the NFL will always remember. With the ball momentarily in his hands, Kelce spotted running back LeSean McCoy, and without thinking, he released a perfect toss to McCoy, who carried the ball an extra 13 yards. This play was so good and looked like one perfected in practice, but the Chiefs claimed they had never practiced such a play. Speaking about how good his pass to McCoy was, Kelce said, "I saw it was Shady behind me. I knew Shady would at least catch it."
Back across his body. Oh, and a flip to McCoy from Kelce. Look at this. McCoy in the open field.
What he does with it is beyond me. I was just out there trying to make a play. Pat is not the only guy to have a little magic to him. I have some tricks out of the hat. Kelce's play was spectacular, but certainly not as spectacular as this next moment. A Week 7 game between the Denver Broncos and Minnesota Vikings in 2003, which ended 28-20 in favor of the Vikings, will always be remembered for a once-in-a-lifetime moment, which was championed by Vikings wide receiver Randy Moss. In the last seconds of the first half of the game, Vikings quarterback Daunte Culpepper connected to Moss with a powerful pass. Although the pass was great, there wasn't much Moss could do with it, as he was surrounded by several Broncos players. He was being brought down for the tackle, but just before he hit the turf, he spotted a purple jersey, which happened to belong to running back Moe Williams. The quarterback wasn't even sure who he saw.
I didn't know really who I was pitching it to. I just seen the Vikings jersey and I just threw it behind my back.
But he lateraled the ball behind his head to Williams, who freely ran into the end zone for a touchdown.
A little bit more. A Hail Mary and a Hail Randy. It's the pitch to Moe Williams. Moe definitely a heck of a play.
Randy had the awareness, to come back, make that catch with two guys all over him and still see Moe streaking right next to him.
Moss destroyed the Broncos defense with just a pass, but this next player recovered his own onside kick. Indianapolis Colts punter Pat McAfee helped his team get ahead 10-0 in a Week 6 game between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans in the 2014 NFL season. The Colts had just taken a 3-0 lead in the first quarter. Things could have simply remained very normal at this point, but McAfee did something you don't see often in the NFL. This play saw McAfee pull a smart one on the Texans. The field in front of him was wide open, and the Texans weren't ready for an onside kick attempt. Well, McAfee attempted an onside kick and ran about 10 yards after this kick to recover the ball. We can't tell if McAfee made the call or if it was the team's call. At this point, it doesn't matter who made the call, but it worked well.
I like it.
We'll have him on our show. He'll be talking about that on our show.
They kick a field goal and say, why not start with an onside kick?
You think Pat's pumped up?
Unlike McAfee, who ran 10 yards, this next moment saw a player cover 99 yards to score a touchdown. Week 16 of the 2018 NFL season saw the Oakland Raiders wide receiver Dwayne Harris tie future Hall of Fame cornerback Patrick Peterson's record for the second longest punt return in NFL history, and he ran through a sea of defenders to do so.
Patrick Peterson gets by the punter. Peterson wins it for the Cardinals.
In the first quarter of a divisional rivalry game between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders, Harris picked up the ball close to the goal line.
He drives it deep over the head of Harris. Let's see if they can pin it inside the 10.
After the Broncos punt unit failed to down the ball inside the 10-yard line, the Denver Broncos cornerback Isaiah Yiadom had tried downing the ball on the 1-yard line, but he made a critical mistake. Instead of covering it, he sat it beside himself, assuming the play would be blown dead, and the Raiders would take over possession at the 1, giving Harris the freedom to pick up the loose ball. Picking up the ball at the point he did was a smart play by Harris, but was nothing close to what he did next. The Raiders wide receiver outran the Broncos defenders to score a touchdown.
What a smart move by Harris as he gets free! How about it, Raider Nation? Wow.
Which gave the Raiders a 7-point lead just 5 minutes into the beginning of the game. Wow. If you had a blast watching this, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest crazy content. Drop a comment below and let us know which moment blew your mind the most. Catch you all in the next one.